So I thought today, guys, thank you so much for being on. But I thought, obviously, with it being the 22nd of December, it's a bit of a funny period for us because I'm just going to mute everyone, sorry. It's kind of like the calm before the storm. And I know that can be like a little bit disconcerting. So we're probably like, should we even be, posting right now? Like no one's responding or people are responding, but obviously people have other things on their mind right now with Christmas being around the corner. So I just thought it would be really good today to just talk about kind of what I'm doing right now, what you guys should be doing so that you really can make the benefit of this time, because this time is actually really crucial. Because if you've been on the other calls, you'll know that like come Boxing Day, which is the 26th of December, so many people are going to be feeling like they've eaten too much. They're thinking about the new year. They're thinking about their health and wellness, their new health and wellness journey that they might want to go on. But they're also thinking about, oh my goodness, do I want to return to my job in January? Or, how long can I do it? Do I want a new career? And for that reason, whether or not you're recruiting heavily into boot camps or coaching, you really want to be on your game right now. And being on your game right now doesn't mean like you're working like 8 or 9 hours a day, because that's crazy. Like people actually think you're crazy if you're doing that this time of the year, because really what we're doing is a lot of us spending time with friends and family. We're getting ready for Christmas. Like I think it's important to show that we're normal human beings and that we're doing that. But obviously behind the scenes, that you're showing up, that you're doing your workout, like whether or not, for a lot of us who are doing bar, it's just a sample workout. So you're just doing a blend. And I remember this time last year, it was really similar because we're waiting for Transform 20 to launch. So we were just doing the Transform 20 sample workouts. But you want to make sure that just because kind of we're reeling back a bit, it's Christmas time, that you are showing up for your workouts, because that is going to make your call to actions make sense. And you still want to be doing call to actions every day, guys, as per the BAT. So it depends what your strategy is. And I do just really want to quickly cover a couple of the girls that are on this call were actually on the call with Thomas earlier on in the week. And it was so unbelievably useful. And I'm not going to go into like all of the detail, but what I am going to say is, if you are wondering why you're not seeing success when you're calling people to action and you're finding that you're upon the start date of whatever group it is you have going, either that's a boot camp or it might be a mentorship or it might be a sneak peek. If you're finding that you're suddenly on top of the date and you've got no one, and all of a sudden you're like, I've got no one. The reason that you've got no one, for the most part, is likely to be because you have not given yourself enough lead up marketing time. Okay, so I want everybody on this call, if they haven't already done it, to ensure that they've got a marketing calendar or a calendar of some kind that they can mark in the dates for when they're starting things and then what they're going to be doing in the lead up, so that you can start to mark off, right, if my boot camp, so for example, my boot camp is starting on the 1st of January into the prep week for bar, and then I'm doing a hard launch on the 6th. And before that, I've marked back 2 weeks. I started my bar call to actions on the 20th of December. But because I have a coach sneak peek on the 29th of December, that's also gone in the diary, I'm doing a 2-week lead up call to action on that. Now, obviously, well, maybe it's not obvious, but if in your stories you're talking about coaching a lot and then you're talking about the coach mentorship, you probably don't want to be blending in if you're launching like bar or new boot camp in January on the same day, because I think it just makes you feel a bit confused and it probably makes your viewers feel a bit confused. But I remember Danielle saying something, and I said this on another call. She said the reason why on one of the boot camps she did, she was so successful, is that every single day for 2 weeks before that boot camp started, she was calling people to action with talking about the boot camp and putting visuals up for people to vote on her polls every single day. So if you feel like you are talking about it too much, you're not talking about it enough. So make sure you have that on your A game right now, because now is prime time. People aren't probably ready to sign up, although I think some people will get sign-ups in the lead up to Christmas because some people have got time off work. Maybe they've got more cash available. Maybe they know they're going to get cash for Christmas, whatever. You may get sign-ups now, but if not, they're going to be watching you, okay? And they're going to want to know what's in store. They're going to want to know what you've got planned for the new year. The new year is a time that everybody gets really excited about. And I can guarantee if you're not excited about what you're doing and you're not presenting that now because maybe you're thinking about Christmas and you haven't got a strategy, you need to act on that right now. Because right now is almost like, for me, I'm just building FOMO. I'm just talking about it. I'm not all over my Instagram with just that. I'm showing that I'm doing family stuff, but I'm also talking about the excitement of running a sneak peek of, you know, if you want to get access to this, then let me know. And I'm going to be talking about it a lot. Obviously on Christmas Day, probably not. But get it written in. Like, even for me with this marketing calendar, I've written on each day what call to action I'm going to do. So for me, because my business is at a point where I primarily focus on coaching, I do a 2-to-1 ratio. That's something I've decided to do. So I'll do a coach call to action 2 days in a row, then a bar, then 2 coach call to actions, then a bar. That's what I've decided to do. Now, I'm not saying copy me. I've never tried that strategy, but for me, that feels right because that's where my business is. I want to be getting people in for bar because I do love it. And personally, I feel like it's my spirit animal program. I love it. But I'm not kind of letting myself off the, you know, I'm here at my dad's, and I'll be honest, like, that's harder because I'm out of my routine. I'm having to, you know, set myself up in different places. I've, you know, bought my light ring and things like that, but I haven't let myself off the hook. So, you know, yesterday, for example, I did a yoga workout because I'm leading into bar. I'm not stuck to a dedicated program now. Like, I know some of you guys are, but make sure you're showing up and make sure you've got a plan, because guys, if you don't have a plan right now for when those groups start, what you're calling people to action on each day, you're going to hit the new year and be like, damn, you have got time, but if you haven't done it, you need to do it now. And think about, right, okay, if I haven't done the visuals for my call to actions, how many people am I going to invite into this bootcamp? How many feels good to me? How many feels as though I can fill it? And remember, if you've got existing customers or coaches and they're saying they're going to do it with you and then they enroll with the completion pack or whatever, you can put their names on those call to action visuals so you're showing that you're filling the spots. But just don't pass this time by. Like, I know it's the trickiest time of the year. And the other thing that Thomas was talking about on the call earlier on this week that we were all on, talking about marketing calendars for 2020, he was talking about the fact that the 5th quarter is from the 26th of December to the 31st. It's what a lot of network marketers call it. And I couldn't agree more. Like, what propelled me at the end of last year was I can confirm those days. And I was at my mother-in-law's and I would just take myself away for like maybe 2 hours and I block follow-up. That's what I was doing. But make sure you've got a plan. For those of you guys who are wanting to build the business with the coaching, if you haven't done it, and most of you guys that are building the business with the coaching are in the business builders thing, you need to have a sneak peek set up. So make sure you've done that if you haven't done it, and make sure you're getting prepared and you're getting organized. So I'm doing mine with Donna, and we had a call earlier on. We pretty much know what we're going to do, but we've had that call. Our sneak peek's in a week. We're going to chat again tomorrow. We're just going to finalize what we're going to say so that going into that sneak peek, we've given ourselves almost a week. We know what we're talking about. We're confident, because confidence breeds confidence. And if you're not confident about what you're talking about in those sneak peeks, if that's something you're doing, you can guarantee it's going to get to the day and it will be a flop. I hate to say it. Fail to prepare and prepare to fail. That's my favorite quote. But that is true of sneak peeks, of boot camps. Again, like, if you're going to lead a boot camp in the new year, get excited, get in and do your visuals, get excited about what the name's going to be, get creative, make it your own, own it and talk about it. Because if you're not excited about what you have to offer, I can guarantee nobody else is going to be. And you'll hit January, and I know some of us have got huge plans for 2020, and I'm so unbelievably excited about this team. But if we haven't got that nailed down right now, we have to do it, because you will be disappointed if you hit January and you know that you've let yourself off the hook. It's the prime time of the year. I cannot express that enough. It is time to fly, because everyone they want something new. They want something new. And if you're not excited about it, they won't be. The other thing that I would say is, if you haven't done it, again, I've done calls on that kind of over the past 3 weeks to a month. Goal setting for the new year. What's your vision? What are your goals for the year? What are they for each month? For those of you guys who've been coaches for a while, perhaps look at what your success has been in these months this time last year and work out where you think you're going to excel and you're going to really push hard, and where perhaps you're not going to push so hard. And just really make a plan for that. And have a plan, like, how many Success Club points are you going to aim for each month? How many coaches do you want to get started? Where do you want to be by the end of 2020? And I know I've sent out a questionnaire to all of you guys about kind of your goals and your year so that I can best support you. But again, if you haven't done that, I don't think you're going to get excited about leading boot camps and leading coach groups, because you're not clear on your goals. And if you're not clear on your goals, you're literally just reaching for something in thin air in terms of how many people you're going to get into, because you haven't set that parameter for yourself. So it's absolutely crucial, and so is your vision board. I know I've done a vision board party, but that is something else. Again, if you've missed that call, go back and watch it. If you haven't done your vision board for 2020, get that sorted, because I'll tell you now, I'm not looking at my vision board for 2019 anymore. I'm focusing on my 2020 vision board, because that's where I'm going. So make sure you've got those things sorted: goals, vision boards, reverse engineering those dates. Okay, this one I shared in the call with Thomas. Some of you guys are on there, but I'm just going to show you. Okay, 2020 marketing calendar, 18-month promotional, what does it say? 18-month calendar and planner. It was just off Amazon and it was £8. And in this calendar, it's got every single special day of the year. So then for your Instagram post, you can start to really plan it. But I'm super excited, and I wish I could take this upon myself for all of you. But remember, the business that we have is a business where you're the CEO. You're leading this business. So I'm going to lead these calls. I will help lead this team to success, but you have to take responsibility for your own goals, and you have to set them now, and you have to know kind of where you are with your boot camps, your sneak peeks. If you haven't thought about sneak peeks and you're in the business builder group, and maybe, you know, you need to pair up with someone, ask them the question, because it's not just going to happen for you. So that was really it. Like, obviously we have bar launching in January. Most of you guys that are on this call, I know, are doing the sample workouts and have purchased it. So, you know, by all intents and purposes, you're likely to be enjoying it and therefore talking about it, because it is an amazing program. But make sure you've got that bar group set up before you get into Christmas, so that when you're inviting into that for your prep week, whatever that might be, you're confident with where you're putting them, you know, how it's going to run and everything else. And that's really it. You know, I don't want to keep you on this call for ages, but I do want to make you guys realize that this is absolutely crucial time. It will make or break your 2020. Has anyone got any questions or want to add anything? No. And the other thing, I mentioned this on the team call last week, Summit, I am going to be sorting out that accommodation by the end of January. So if you guys are thinking about going to Summit, you're not sure, look into it, look at the costs, think about the pros and cons, because I will be asking for like hard deadline by that time. And it will be either you're in or you're out, because I can't book accommodation not knowing what numbers are. I just can't do it. And there will be a request for a deposit, because I'm not obviously putting money down and then having people pull out and me footing that bill. I'm not doing it. So I'm afraid I am going to be quite blunt about it, but I'm sure you guys will understand why. And also, if you're not sure whether or not to go, perhaps speak to somebody that's been. So Lisa's been, Marty's been, who's on the call. I know they're going this year. I've been, Jojo's been. I'm pretty certain she's coming this year as well. So all of us who went last year are going this year. So that should be really indicative, guys, of how crucial this is to your business. And the fact that you guys are on this call says to me that you should be there, okay? Because you're obviously serious about your business. So, and the other, oh, sorry, was someone?
I was just going to say, you know, Thomas said that it's all quite spread out. So are you still thinking to get what we're going to do, get a villa or something?
Because otherwise we're all in a hotel and everyone's everywhere. And it's just a lot nicer. Like, I spoke to him about New Orleans and he said a lot of people get Airbnbs at New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
That's what he thought our team should do. And I think it's really, you know, Lisa and Marty were there for the first year, and it was difficult because it was the first year I was there. I didn't have many of my team, but we have a lot of the team coming now. And I think this, you know, I know you guys that were at Chalfont St Latimer, the UK get together, that for you was, for a lot of you, was really amazing, because we got to spend time together. And the thing is, if we stay in a hotel together, it won't be the same as where we were, because there's going to be it will just all be coaches, and it's quite overwhelming from that perspective. I think it will be really nice if we can get an Airbnb. But I'm going to start looking into it. Has anyone got any other questions on Summit?
No, just let me know, because I'll look at flights.
Yeah, well, us UK lot, I'm hoping we can all get on the same flights. That would be pretty cool. Like, maybe we'll fly out of London. Kelly, would you come down to fly out of London?
Yeah, unless I just get a connecting flight.
Yeah, because
so I'd get on
the same boat.
Yeah.
If she's up for it, is she frozen? No. Yeah. Has anyone got any questions about this lead up to Christmas and strategies, and any questions?
No, I just Thomas mentioned to me the other day it's in the Business Builders team page, and he tagged me in it, and it's a post that he put about running really good
Yes, I
challenge
saw that, yeah.
groups, and there's a list of loads of them. And if you're kind of not sure, because I was saying to Thomas, I was like, I'm really, you know, confident in all these areas, and then sometimes I think I let myself down on that bit. So he tagged me in it, and honestly, amazing. Watch those
Yeah.
if you want some ideas to refresh your challenge groups for next year.
And if you like, you know, I think that is great, and it's so true. But you know, sometimes if I'm struggling on something, I will just Google a top coach's name and then thing. And honestly, that, like, if it's like Ashley Molstad or Kate Schultz, you know, Mandy Kai, Angie Belmar, Google any of their names in YouTube coaching, and then whatever it is you need to, you'll find a training on it. They're the top coaches in the network, so they're, you know, they're very much leading from the front. So, and then if you do find an amazing one which perhaps we haven't seen, just share it in the team page. Like, just know that, you know, the team page is a resource. So if you've got a great resource that you've used, just because I lead the team, don't feel that you can't share it. Like, I want that to be like an uplifting page that we all own. Obviously I lead it, but I think it's really important to all, you know, add value where we can. I know some people have been having problems with Instagram, which seems to be, you know, it's not just you guys. I think it's an algorithm change and it's caught some people out. So it is what it is, and control the controllable and do what you can with what you have. Try not to let it get you down. Just keep going. So yeah, anything else? Nope. Let's do a boomerang. I don't know if SJ and Paige can come onto camera. That would be amazing if you can, and Jojo. Jojo's probably driving to the airport. Ah, here she is. So I'm about. Right. Okay, let me just. Now I will tag you all, but I'm not sure whether it comes up when I tag you guys. Oh, it's on the boobs, Lisa. It's just Lisa's boobs. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Right. Hold on, my serum's in my shop. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh no, it wasn't boomerang. Sorry, guys. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I love it. Okay, cool. I'll tag you guys. Happy Christmas if I don't see you. Bye.